Hello and welcome to the Vine Life Podcast. I'm Tony Clark, your host, and today my special guest is Makenzie Phipps. So join me as I interview country music singer-songwriter Makenzie Phipps. We'll discuss her latest single, Pick Your Poison. Pick Your Poison offers fans a modern sound with a blend of attitude, guts, and sheer determination. Makenzie recently participated in the CMA Music Festival with performances throughout the week and autograph signings inside at Fanfare X. She's also been featured by Forbes, RFD-TV, Country Rebel, Classic Country Music, and The Voice of America, just to name a few. And there are quite a few. So, Makenzie, welcome.
Oh, well, thank you so much again for speaking with me. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. And for those that are listening purely by podcast, you can find more about Makenzie simply going to MakenziePhipps.com. And that Phipps is 2 P's. So MakenziePhipps.com. So Makenzie, you've got a brand new single that's called Pick Your Poison. Yeah. Now tell me a little bit about this song. I think that you did some writing on this song. Is that correct?
Yes. So this is the very first song I have ever released into the world that I solely wrote myself. So the other songs that I have put out were either pitched to me by my backup singer and guitarist Shane Begley or my producer at the time, which was Sal Oliveri. I did co-write on some, but this one is the very first one that's just been me. So there was a lot of emotions going on. You know, I was kind of excited. I was kind of nervous because I was like, I don't know how people are really going to like my writing style, but I just kind of went with it. I went and recorded it with Grady Saxman at Saxman Studios, and I think he did an absolutely killer job on it. And so far, the feedback has been very, very good. So I am very thrilled about that.
Now, Makenzie, this song has a little bit more of an edge than some of your past songs. You want to go into that just a little bit and tell us how it's different from your previous songs.
Yes, it does. So my other songs, you know, they are country. Some of them I do have some blues elements. Some may have a little bit more of a popish tone to it. But with Pick Your Poison, I kind of just wanted to dive into more of a small town country feel. For those that may not know, I am from a small town. I was born and raised in Bluefield, Virginia. It's a very, very small town. We're right on the Virginia-West Virginia line. So I kind of like to say I was raised in both states because I was always in West Virginia for things and I was in Virginia for the other one. But when I wrote this song, I kind of pulled a little bit more of inspiration towards the West Virginia countryside. And this song is basically just a good old-fashioned revenge country breakup song. So if anybody out there is looking for a song that they can listen to if they're going through a heartbreak, then go check out Pick Your Poison.
Pick Your Poison. So, Makenzie, take me in the writing process of this song. How long did it take you to complete it? How did you write? Did you grab a guitar and start singing lyrics, or how do you do that?
Well, you know, I have a very interesting style of writing. Everybody out there who's a songwriter, they have different ways of going about writing songs. And the thing I hate about myself in particular is I don't write songs as fast as I wish I could. Like Shane, for instance, he could write a song every single day. I don't know how the man does it. I can't do it. My songs basically come like once every couple weeks or months. And how I came about this song was completely random. I was going to the gym one day. I was sitting in the parking lot and I just started singing this out of nowhere. And I was like, okay, I've got something going. So I was writing a little bit more of it at the gym. And then when I went home, I started writing the rest of it. And then I put music to it. So I wrote this song basically in a day.
Well, I'm not a songwriter, so I have no idea. But I would think that if you're singing other people's songs that they've written the lyrics for and the music, you're making it your own so that it can be your own as well. But I'm thinking, create the song from the beginning to the end with all of the lyrics that you created in your own mind, and then you get to sing that. It's got to be much more rewarding than just singing someone else's song.
It is 100%. And, you know, I put a lot of heart and soul and blood into this song. And I was just so excited with how the end result came, especially, like I said, it's one thing when you have the song in your head as to how you think it sounds, and then to be able to pitch it to a producer and be like, I want you to record this song and I want you to bring in your fantastically talented group of musicians to put their spin on it. And just to hear all that they did, they truly brought the song to life, and I could not be more happy with how it turned out.
So Makenzie, you obviously brought this song to life with your professional voice and your songwriting skill, but I can hear some talented folks behind the scenes, and you don't have to name them all because I ask this question a lot, and there's always someone left out. But if there's someone that really stands out to you behind the scenes, you can go ahead and talk about them a little bit.
Gosh, to name a few, there were so many. I know there was Devin Malone, Jordan Rayner, of course, Grady Saxman, my producer. He also played the drums. He is an incredibly talented man. And there are so many other people on there. I mean, there was like 11, 12 plus people that was on this. So for those that are curious to know all of the individuals that played on Pick Your Poison, I actually did make a post on my social medias basically showing my gratitude for not only the amount of streaming numbers that I had gotten on the song within a week, but I also wanted to show my appreciation for all of the insanely talented musicians. So y'all go to my socials and check out all those incredibly talented musicians. I hate that I don't know all of their names. There's so many of them, but they really pulled it together, and I was just so honored to have had them play on my track.
Yeah, absolutely, and that certainly comes through on your social media as well. I think your previous single was 18 Wheels. You want to speak? You want to put that in the spotlight a little bit and talk about that previous single?
I love 18 Wheels. So this was a awesome song that Shane Begley wrote. And he wrote this song for me to sing for all the truckers out there, for all of the men and women out there that are serving our country, being able to provide all of us our basic needs, our necessities, everything that you have in your living room, your kitchen, at work, everything you would not have without a trucker bringing it. And I get a lot of people asking, especially going back to the topic you had where it means a lot to put a song out there that I personally wrote. However, I did not write this song, but I absolutely love putting myself into the story to be able to emotionally convey the story to my audience, because I've had a lot of people ask me, was your dad a trucker? Did you have to go through all of this? And my dad was not a trucker. My dad is a nurse, a awesome career field as well, helping people. But I did have some uncles that were truckers. So this song did mean a lot to me to be able to put out there to show my appreciation for them as well as all the other men and women. But I love singing songs that do have an emotional story like 18 Wheels. For those that may not have ever heard it, the story is about a young girl basically reminiscing on her father, who was a trucker, and just looking back on his time on the road, all the countless hours he was away from home, and she's just reflecting on it. And, the overall meaning is just we very much appreciate all of the hard work that truckers do for us.
Absolutely, we do. And thank you for putting them in the spotlight. We tend to forget about those blue-collar workers that without them, we don't function as a society. But thank you for that.
Yes.
Makenzie, I was looking at some of your past singles, some of your past music, and you can find it all on Makenzie's website. But if you don't mind, can we just go through a few of those songs and you just talk about what they mean to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I was looking at the first one, I think, is Christmas Show. What is that song all about?
Christmas Snow, oh my gosh. So this was one of the songs that I have put out that I did co-write on, and it's actually funny that you bring that up because my PR texted me yesterday and was like, are you going to be putting out any more Christmas songs? And I was like, I think it was a one and done deal. I like Christmas music. I'm not a fan really of singing it. I feel like there is a certain person out there, there's certain people out there that kill Christmas music, and I am just not that person. I will sing it at events every now and then, but Christmas Snow was kind of thrown on me last minute. I I had been asked to write a Christmas song, and I was like, okay. So at that point, I looked at Shane and I was like, you've got to have written a Christmas song. You've written so many songs. And he had not. So me and him, we tried so hard in writing this song, and it was like down to the wire of the day or so before we went in the studio. And we basically had like nothing. So I texted him. He was at work. I said, you have to send me what you have. And he had a verse and a chorus. I tweaked those around. I finished the rest of the song. I put music to it. I said, come to the house. We got to go over it. And we did. And we went in the studio. And by golly, it exceeded my expectations because I'm not a Christmas writer, but that song, I was fortunate enough to have that nominated for a Josie Award for Holiday Song of the Year. So I will take it. I'll take it.
Well, it's very good. And I was looking at some of the other songs, and I certainly won't go through them all, but some that just kind of stood out. Another one is, the title is Drag, and it kind of reminds me of your current single, Pick Your Poison, in similar ways. Talk about Drag.
Yes. So this was a song that my producer at the time, Sal Oliveri, pitched to me. And this was the first one that I had actually ever released that I had recorded with a Nashville producer. And I just liked the song a lot. You know, it does kind of have a little bit more of a pop country vibe to it. But I do have a lot of people at shows actually asking me to sing this song. And it's just one of those riding in your truck, going by a big old hay field in the late evening kind of song that I would like to listen to. But yeah, people out there can go check out Drag. It is available also on all streaming platforms.
Okay. Let's go with one more. A little of both. What is that song about?
Yes, another great one that Sal pitched to me, and the songwriters did a fantastic job on this. I really resonated with the song because at the time of it releasing, that was when I was making the decision of moving away from my small town to Nashville, Tennessee. And that's how I related to it, because a lot of people back home, they were like, you know, never forget your roots. You're going to forget all of us here when you move to the big city. And I was always like, you know, at the end of the day, why can't I have both? I can still have my small town simple living as well as my chaotic, busy city living. So that's how I related to it. And I know people out there will probably relate to it in their own way.
Absolutely. Another one is Maybe. Talk about this track, this song.
Maybe has so many memories for me. Maybe was the first song Shane ever pitched to me to record. And this song actually won Female Country Song of the Year at the Josie Music Awards. And Shane did a fantastic job writing this song. It was so funny how we came about recording it. It had sat on our little end table downstairs at the time for the longest time. And my mom was actually like, are y'all ever going to do anything with this song? I really like it. And we just kind of whipped it up. We were like, let's go record it. And I absolutely love doing Maybe. It just makes me so happy when people out there actually ask us to sing Maybe at our shows. So if y'all have never heard that one, go check it out. And there is a music video to Maybe as well. I was like, I think 18 years old when I had done that, 18 or 19. So yeah, y'all can go check that out as well.
And again, they can check it out, I believe, at your website at MakenZiePhipps.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And I actually just released new merch items, so people can go to my website and check those out as well.
Yeah, and I was going to talk to you about that. I was looking at your Facebook page. Looks like you've got some new merchandise in with your logo, with your name, with your newest single as well. You want to go into a little bit more detail about what's available?
Yes. So I've always had just Makenzie Phipps t-shirts. I had at the time only had them in blue, and we had them in black. No, not black. Gosh, my mind is so foggy today. We had blue, and on the back of them, it says stay safe and stay blessed. And then on the other one, we had gray, and it just had the Makenzie Phipps logo. It did not have my little saying, stay safe and stay blessed. But we had black hats. That's where the black was. The black hats, and we had pink hats. And now I have expanded my colors to my shirts a little bit more. We have a pink, and people out there have been loving the pink. And I just actually made t-shirts of my newest single, Pick Your Poison, and I have beer koozies. So if people out there want to get a koozie for their summer festivities, then go snatch one up at my Shopify page.
Absolutely. And Makenzie, I was looking at your upcoming shows. You're a pretty busy lady in the coming months, aren't you?
Yes, there is no such thing as a break. There's no such thing at all, but I would not trade it for the world. I absolutely love going out there and performing for people and getting to connect with new people, and I would not trade it for the world.
So, Makenzie, if someone is listening purely by podcast, I assume they can go to your website and find out more. If they're watching the video, they can do the same as well. But what's the best way to support your music if someone is out there listening?
Yes, I'm available on all streaming platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I've really been trying to grow my Instagram numbers. So if y'all have an Instagram out there, go check me out. It's just Makenzie Phipps Music. And maybe our paths will meet out there. I do have, like you said, my website, MakenziePhipps.com. And on there you can find all of my shows, all of my different material out there. And maybe I'll get to see some of y'all.
Makenzie, have I missed anything? You want to add anything before we conclude the interview?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Well, again, Makenzie Phipps. You can find out more about Makenzie and her great music at MakenziePhipps.com. Makenzie, I can't thank you enough for coming on today and telling us what's new with Makenzie Phipps.
Well, thank you so much again, Tony, for talking with me. I very much appreciate it.